Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from southwestern Pennsylvania. We're back to continue our playthrough of Empire Total War featuring Darthmod and using the 40 unit save version of that mod. We had a successful couple episodes, battle-wise that is. We just took over Brussels in Flanders, and that's putting us in a nice position. We've got some schools building. We're utilizing this as a learning center as opposed to a wealth center. In fact, I don't think we've really looked at our regions in a while. And Flanders, by taking down those weaving shops, really doesn't generate that much. 885. Our big income generator is Dutch Guyana, and if we get over there and just take a peek, pretty much you can tell why, and that is the gem mine, which is a high yield gem mine, and we have an abundant yield gold mine, so that's bringing in the dollars over there. We have a couple other, Ceylon, that has a gem mine, so therefore kind of makes clear what our next target should be. And our next targets here, Bogota and New Granada. We have a nice little gold mine down here. Meager yield, so yeah, some of the yields may not be as high as some of the others, but hey, these will eventually, it has quantity of meager, 2 meagers equals a regular, right? We have a high yield silver mine, so here's a big target with those mines. Not as many mines. I think there's one silver mine in the peninsula itself, but then we get up to Mexico and we're looking at, once again, abundance. A gold mine average yield, a couple silver mines here, meager and low, but 2 of those combined, they generate a fair amount of income. So as far as my targets in the New World, in the Americas, those are my next 2. I'll skip the provinces in the middle if I have to get to the 2. It'll generate the income the quickest, and that's Bogota and Mexico. Let's get back up there and we will hit the next button. Yeah, but the only other thing I noticed when I was looking before I started recording is my agents. I didn't move my missionary, but I just do that for fun. He'll still convert. He'll still convert even though I'm not sitting there moving him around to the different points on the map. Let's see what the next turn has to bring for us. Okay, a pretty uneventful turn just went by. About the only thing of interest that I noted is on the French turn, they sent a fleet, not a huge fleet, maybe 3-4 ships down to their island in the Caribbean. And hopefully they're just there to pick up that little army that we've seen there and take them to one of their other battles. We'll take a look and see who they're at war with and where that might be headed. Hopefully our recent trade agreement with them will deter them from declaring war on us. We shall find out. Successful mission. Oh, so we are still embedded. And boy, did we pick a winner of an army to embed with, eh? He hasn't moved since we've been embedded in the army. So, whoo! And I don't think we've really gotten any promotions that I've noticed out of this. In fact, let's just click on here, take a peek at our agent. Yeah, he's still a 3-star agent. Nothing special. +2 to subterfuge when counter spying. So yeah, he's just kind of sitting there, not doing what I hope, not gaining any skills. We do have a death though. Let's take a look. Hendrik van Nassau-Overkerk. Oh, my general. Isn't he the main guy? The old man up here. Well, the old man went out with style. He led the battle against Flanders and said, okay, I've done my job, I'm out of here. So congratulations to the general, but I guess he figured his life's mission has been completed now. Let's get in here and see if we can pick up a new general for this army. I have a feeling while the immediate activity is done, I still want a general up here, so we'll click on one of the units. If you click on multiple units, I think I recall in prior playthroughs it'll generate multiple generals potentially, so be aware of that if you happen to be playing the game. You just need to click on one unit within there to pick up a general. Kind of the cost of the generals. If you see some ridiculously high cost because you've picked more than one unit, well, guess what? You're going to hire more than one general for each of those units is basically what the game will do. So let's see what kind of general we get for 1,290. The Wheel of Fortune, or open that let's make a deal door. Let's find out what we got. And it looks like just some regular old dude. Herbert Goebbels. Anything special? Well, the only thing special compared to all the rest, besides wearing one heck of a weird outfit, is he's only 37, so maybe he'll stick around for a while. Maybe he'll have a chance to gain some positive traits. We'll find out. War has been declared. Oh, there we go. Austria and France at war. So maybe what he's doing is he's headed down to get those units in the Caribbean to bolster his forces against Austria. We'll find out. Finally, the other construction report. We finally got our National Observatory built in Amsterdam. So hopefully soon we'll start seeing some gentlemen generate for us. That would be nice because we have a school that needs one, and we have a couple more schools that are going to be being built over here. So it would come in handy to have some new gentlemen. I think we'll go and let's just double check. We're all healed up here as far as armies go. Let's take a peek over at the Americas and make sure, double check our armies over here. I can't remember if we needed to do any more healing or if we had addressed that. Now it looks like everybody's getting healed there. I don't remember up here in Hispaniola. Yeah, everybody else seems healed. So we did address that already. It's hard to remember between episodes and episodes sometimes, so I just wanted to check in and make sure. The other thing we'll do, since we kind of looked at the beginning of the turn at what's generating our income. Yeah, I can talk. We have the gem mines might be where I want to spend some of my funds right now to upgrade those. That one can use an upgrade. This one can use an upgrade. And that's where we'll start with. Do we have anything here needing or worth an upgrade right now? Maybe I'll spend final 2,000 on upgrading the State House here. Or perhaps I can upgrade the State House down here where I have my #1 income generating province hanging out right here. Maybe that's where I need to spend the money instead. There's that or infrastructure, both of which will help the wealth in the region. So let's go with infrastructure. Leaves us with 684. Not really much we can spend with that. Let's just get our fleets moved and we'll move on to our next turn. This one. Oh yeah, there are 2 fleets here. We got the 2 brigs here and 4 fifth rates. So let's get these. Might as well just combine them, take them to the same port. And head on over here and get ourselves all fixed up. Well, I guess we should say, depending on the kind of funds that we have to fix them up. Let's find out. 684 available, and it's going to cost us 923. So no, we will not be fixing up every single ship, although we can fix them all up except for that heavily damaged 5th rate that we captured. So not bad. They'll be ready next time to bolster our fleet in the Caribbean, because I think it's only 3 5th rates that we have there now. That just is not enough. We got another fleet somewhere else. Here we go. We need to bolster our forces here in the Ivory Coast. Let's see who needs some additional ships. In fact, it looks like you only have 1 right here. And I'm pretty sure we had sent some more flutes last turn. I have that stuck in the back of my mind, so I think next turn we'll also get some more flutes over here. Okay, so now we got at least 2 ships here. So that's done. And then this one should have been the other fleet over here. Yes. Just wanted to make sure. Let's get back up here, I think. Oh, let's just have my fun now. Let's get back down here to my preacher and get this missionary going. He's got it almost up to 50%, 44%. He's going to go deal with these tough gem miners this time and see if he can't convert some more over here. Yeah, make it happen. And other than that, I think we're in good shape. Do we have a fleet here? Do I need to send this fleet out anywhere? We do have a fleet here. Why don't we Send it over to some more ivory. I don't mind bolstering up the ivory trade nodes any way I can. And I forgot to check in the Americas. Did I have any other fleets that I had built? No, it looks like he's just army. Yeah, so I did not go ahead. I said I was going to stop building fleets because I have enough, and I still do believe I have enough. So that's it. That's our turn. I'll see you on the next time on the next side. In fact, before I hit the next turn button, let's just double check. Didn't check the ministers. Everybody's looking good. There were no changes there. Good. And I wanted to make sure is France at war with how many? Austria, Württemberg. See, I think I've been saying Württemberg. It's Württemberg. And the Barbary States and Venice. Throw in a little Venice for fun, right? So hopefully those that he's at war with will keep him busy now that we have a trade agreement. Hopefully he'll stay away from us. But it makes me nervous anytime I see a fleet active down in the Caribbean. It makes me always get nervous. But let's go see what happens and meet you on the other side. Okay, I apparently had a right to be nervous. Look at Louis. He is a heck of a guy. Make me a trade agreement, make me feel relaxed, a little more comfortable, and boom, look what he does. The good news is, let's see, Louisiana is his ally, Maratha's an ally, Spain's already at war with us. Is there any other? How many is he allied with? Just those 4, so those don't really scare me. However, I am going to call this time my allies, because what I desperately want and hope, and I'm crossing my fingers, is to have Great Britain on my side, because that, my friends, will definitely distract him and keep him busy if we get Great Britain into the picture. And it doesn't hurt to have Westphalia pop on in there and keep him distracted too. So let's see how this works. Come on, friends, stick with me. Yes, they do. And nobody apparently comes to his side. Enemies is just France and Spain and New Spain. So we can handle this, I think. I think we can handle this. And Westphalia stuck with me. Good job, guys. Sometimes you guys are a thorn in my side in other playthroughs. Westphalia, got to watch out for those guys. So it's nice keeping them on my side and keeping them strong on my side. All right, we got a little action where he's attacking there. He took over one of my school spots in Flanders. And the embedded army, did you notice here? It's moved at last. New Spain has a fleet that's on the move. Looks like a single ship. Hopefully we can deal with that. All right, enemy raid. Well, I think we know about these 2 raids. I let you keep view. Yes, we got the lumber mill down here. The timber resource is being attacked. In fact, let's take a peek and see what this army looks like. 2 native musket auxiliary units. So hopefully we have what it takes to counter that. We have 1 more raid, and that is in Luxembourg against the school. Let's take a look at what that army looks like. 1 cannon. And fairly decent troops. Look at this guy. Accuracy 50. Bulkley's regiment. Yeah, he's their premier prime unit. Look at that. Accuracy of 50. Melee defense 19. Melee attack 11. That is one hell of a good unit. Expatriate infantry are exiles in another nation's service, men with nothing left to lose but their lives. Look how much better it is than a regular line infantry. 10 more accuracy, bunch more melee, attack, defense, morale. Wow, pretty amazing. So that'll be the tough one to watch out for, but I think with our full army over here, we can still move over there to deal with it. So we have an episode with some action here. Obviously, our trade agreement has been canceled. No, no kidding. And about Now that we have him embedded down here, and now that the army's finally moved, looking like he's getting ready to board a fleet. Hopefully his original plans before Great Britain entered the war have changed now with Great Britain in the war. One thing I would like to do, because what I'd like to do this next turn is, this is probably going to be my first battle, is to bring my army over here. They cost me money by destroying the construction of my school, but I think I'm going to get the rake out of this unit, and I want to get him over to Paris and see if we have, or at least even on the road to Paris, see if there's any other armies over here that are getting ready to move up towards Flanders. I need that information now, so it's time for you to get out of there.
Sluipen is mijn specialiteit.
Yeah, it's a good specialiteit, yeah.
Discretie verzekerd. U wens?
So we just have the garrison pretty much in Paris. We can deal with that. Yeah, some kind of garrison. I don't even think I have the forces to deal with that garrison, especially with walls. So we'll just hide you. Now that we know the road is kind of clear in that direction, we're just going to... Oh, you can't even get to the school. So what is the infiltration percent? We'll try infiltrating you right into Paris itself.
Ik onderzoek het
Successful. Good job. Construction report. We got some roads in Hispaniola. We've upgraded the Opera House in Ceylon. So we just have some basic buildings going on. And what else we got here? We got a new trait. -1 to zeal when converting in India. He's getting tired. He's converted almost 50% of the populace. He's going, geez, when will it ever end? I find that humorous. Sorry. Well, there we go. One other thing. We have this going on. Now let's just take a look at everything that we've got to take care of. We've got this going on. What I may do is my army here. We got cavalry and a wonderful militia unit here. Look at that. Melee attack 4. Morale 4. He's way better with morale of 6. What I may do is we'll see if maybe I can bring my militia guarding the port, because I do have other ships over here that can protect the port, especially the one that still needs to be repaired. And we can go 3-on-2 over here. So there's another option. I'm wondering, and I'll probably attempt it. We'll see if we can't come over here, pick up the fleet, and still have enough movement to come over here and drop off a force on the island to protect. And therefore, I was thinking when I first saw him here, we'll probably lose the island, but we'll take it back, yada, yada, yada. But we may actually be able to protect it as long as by boarding the ship not in a port, we have enough movement left to get over here. We'll at least check it out, at least give it a try. The fleet that he has here is a sloop, no big issue. 6th rate, we outclass with our 5ths, and he does have 1/5. So we might even be able to deal with the fleet over here. And then New Spain, he's kind of floating out here. Let's see what he's brought to the battle. 5th rate. So we'll see if we can, how much of this we deal with. If anything, I leave till next turn, or leave to the future if I end up not having enough movement or enough ships to feel comfortable. We might leave this one solo, because I do have my ports protected at the moment. Once I get a unit over to this port. In fact, do I have someone I can just pop over there right now so I don't forget? There we go. And what we will want to do is recruit a militia just to do that little defensive maneuver. In fact, we might as well. He's got melee attack. Now, melee defense. These have better defense, so we'll just recruit the regular militia. And I'm going to hold off on spending till after the battles that we got coming up. Let's go back to the Netherlands, start up here, and battle number 1. We'll see how long these battles take. Depends on how long they take as far as how many we get in per episode. Let's start this one out. In fact, the first thing we got to do is let's just get all the units over here out of the city, and I want to see. Okay, actually that's better than I expected. Public order is 0, which I can deal with. It's not negative, so that doesn't bother me. In fact, over here we now have a port. Let's get our army over here to protect that. Got our mega fleet over here protecting the other port. In fact, before we start the battle, let's see if we got any trade available. Ottoman Empire, you're unfriendly, but boy, trade with you would be nice. I do believe you're only at war with Austria and Russia. Austria can mess with your ports, but we're still going to open negotiations here and request a trade agreement. And it works straight up. That's the way we like it. That's the way we like it. In fact, what was that dude's name? We haven't dealt with him before, have we? Mustafa. Thank you, Mr. Mustafa. We are happy about this trade agreement. Now we have Russia we can deal with, which probably could be monetarily lucrative, but I think Russia is at war with Sweden, and Sweden is is too much of a threat to blockade any of their ports up here. So I think what we'll do is we'll try out the 13 colonies down here, protectorate of our great and wonderful ally. I'm going to use all the superlatives I can because they joined the war with me against France. That is huge. That is big. That's going to help me out a lot. Keep them distracted up in France so we can continue making strides down in the Americas, I hope. So let's see if the 13 colonies will just give us a little trade agreement here. Oh, they want little funds here. Okay, let's just try to counter with a little less in the way of cash and see if they'll go for it. We'll offer payment, say 500. You gonna go for it? No, they're gonna give me some useless military access, which is useless, and they still want the 970. Okay, we'll pay the 970. I really want to fill up my trade and get as much money as we can, and who cares about the military access? Okay, we got trade again. What does that do for our income? Only 8,445. What's going on here? Maratha is still blockaded. I noticed in the mid-turn that we still have Maratha and Mughals still kind of even Steven. Nothing really has changed there, although look at that. Ottoman Empire gives us, that's our best trade partner right now. Look at that. Not bad. Ivory has lowered in value relative to some of the others, but it still holds the top along with spices, and we sure do hold a lot of those commodities, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right. All right, trade is done. Let's get back to the battle at hand. All right, guys, it looks like we do have slight advantage. We're going to remember to keep our eye on Bulkley's regiment, and we'll see if we can't, once again, focus on taking out their artillery, because once we have control of the field with artillery, we've got this battle won. We outdo them with cavalry. They outdo us with its regular line infantry, but our cavalry and superior artillery should make the difference. We'll see you on the other side. All right, here we are. Look at all the pretty flowers. Ooh. Anyway, battle at hand. Let's take a look at the field of battle here. Okay, we got the city right here in the middle of things. We do look to command the high ground. But this high ground, there's a little bit of a lip on that hill, so that might not... if we decide to stay here, we probably would want to move forward up to here, but I prefer having my, especially when I'm up against other artillery, I prefer having my pieces set. So is there something else I can maybe look at doing that has... Let's take a look up here. We're getting down to ground level to kind of see the range that we may or may not have. And if I was to put it up around where the line is, I think it commands a great view of the battlefield. It does give me a blind spot if they decide to come up on this side. But maybe what I'll do is this. I think for the first time I'm going to split my artillery. That mainly because he doesn't have cavalry that I have to worry about other than the general. So let's clean out some infantry over here so I can see where I'm setting my artillery pieces. Right about here. We'll get them ready to fire. And the other artillery, I'm thinking let's move over here. Once again, we'll have a little bit of a hillside advantage over here too. But this one, kind of get better vision over to this side that's maybe blocked by the hill. So maybe, just maybe, a little hillside there. So we'll kind of go up the hill a little bit here with the other artillery pieces over here. And now we got the two set. Now we'll just set the other infantry units around. I do have a pikeman unit, and since I'm guessing this one is not that anyone's exposed without them having cavalry. We're going to protect this one. We're going to put one regiment of horse over on this flank. We're going to put the other regiment of horse on the other flank. And once we have, okay, he's already over on that flank pretty much. Let's kind of hide him over the hill a little bit. And then let's make some lines around the artillery pieces. You guys will guard the right. And you guys will guard the other side. It does leave this artillery piece opposed or exposed to potential flanking activity, but we do have our pikemen over there. So let's put our cannon as the ones we're going to control when we start the game. Let's see where his cannon artillery are, and let's get this battle started. Okay, his are right up front. Let's make sure that's where we're going. In fact, they were not even set up to fire yet. And we so far had that early first round shot, and we blew that early first. Oh wait, there we got a hit. There we got a hit. There we go. Nice. We already took out one of his guns before he was even had a chance to fire. That's the kind of advantage we're talking about. Great shooting from the artillery. And he's able to return some fire. And my general's unit got hit. Let's get back over here and think about repositioning you temporarily. Although it looks like you're at full strength. They targeted you, but they didn't do any damage. But that was a little warning to be careful. Now, did we just break their artillery? Yes, we did. We are in control of this battlefield, and now looks like they are looking to advance. Because of that, they realize the only way they're going to win is advance and take out the artillery. Otherwise, we just sit here and bombard them from a distance. And there it is. There it is. Bulkley. We are redirecting this cannon over here. I think he may be over the rise. But as soon as he gets to a point where we can nail him, we are going to. And we are going to focus on this line regiment that is the biggest threat to our artillery on the left flank. Now I'm interested to look at this amazing unit as they advance under cannon fire. Can they see the cannon yet? They can see the flags for the cannon. I don't know if they can quite see the pieces. So I don't know if they're going to We may be having them targeted, but I don't know if they're gonna... Oh, okay, nope. There is a little... Okay, we do have a little range of fire, and that's good to start doing some damage. That is good. Yeah, and here's the rise, so we'll definitely be able to inflict some casualties before they close, especially with those superior numbers of theirs. That'll be very, very important. I think what we can do is kind of bring and angle this line in a little bit. Okay, maybe maximize the amount of fire we can bring on him. In fact, I'm going to rush you. And now the hill is preventing us from hitting him. He's right in a dip. I know how that works. I've been to the Gettysburg battlefield and I've walked Pickett's Charge, and I know. Ooh, are we not in range of him? He's got superior range to us, so we definitely have to do even more maneuvering now to make this happen. We can't just let him sit there peppering fire on us. Okay, we'll bring you down here. Run you up. He's got another unit running, a regiment of foot. We need to bring fire to bear on this outstanding unit of his. And he wisely stopped just out of range of the artillery fire. So let's pick a new unit that we can maybe do some more damage to. And now we have more fire brought to bear on this guy. We do have cavalry available to help us out. Let's get them in a little closer. Okay, now we're getting some fire. Oh, he brought his general up. The silly AI to bring the general up. They were doing fine without you, General. I won't complain, though. Just stay away from my artillery over here, because they're unprotected by the pikemen on this side. That's it. Run right in where they're getting bombarded. We have them concerned. They've lost a lot of men. That's a good thing for the A+ unit over here. But he's about to come down and flank us on this side. Let's do this. Let's bring our cavalry over here and get ready to crash into their rear if they decide to become too much of a problem. The rest of the line seems to be holding just fine. Artillery on this side targeting the unit on their flank. So we are in good shape. Charge in. We found a hidden unit, their long-range hidden unit. Hopefully we aren't going to take too much fire. We're going to have to keep, because we are within range of them, I believe, making this rear attack. And coming in there, we have broken their lines, or about to break their lines. Let's hold fire so we can minimize friendly fire. Concerned, attacked in the rear. They are shaken. Let's go, boys. 112. We haven't lost too much yet, and we're doing some significant damage on them. Keep the attack going, but we're about to be in range here, and they are firing. So I think it's time to withdraw the cavalry, especially with the general's unit coming over. Come on, move it, move it. I know it's uphill. And we are about to start firing again with their weakened numbers. Ready, aim. Let's break them now. Numbers down by a third. Okay, we have some elite units over here. We may have to handle those with the cavalry. Let's get them turned around. And the rest of the line has just driven them back. So all we have with any significant threat is over on this side. The general's kind of going to run over there, see if he can't rally them. But we have this, they're pretty much routing out with the rest of the army here. I think it's time to send the other cavalry down in here. Time to send our general down in there to try to get some easy casualty or easy pickups on these guys. I'm going to silence the cannon for the moment, since our cavalry is going to be active down where they're firing. And these guys have been shaken so much they've decided to run along our line. In fact, we're going to send you to deal the final blow to Buckley's regiment, see if we can't cease him being in existence. Unfortunately, the general's bodyguard is approaching. Damage before they enclose. I may have to withdraw my cavalry to help protect my flank. Fortunately, he's not. He's alone. He's solo in his advance, and he's decided he can't advance with that fire we've mounted against him. Come on, cavalry, get down there. Let's get some more hurt on Bulkley's regiment. These guys decided to stick up close, so let's take our last artillery and open fire on the close by ones, since our cavalry is going to be distant here. Oh wait, we don't need the militia. Focus on the line infantry. Doing our damage over there to Bulkley's. We don't want to have to face that great unit again. Even though we handled him, he was vastly outnumbered the way he approached us. He didn't. If he had more support in his line on either side of him, it would have been tougher to just focus on him and take him out. And the bodyguard is coming to try and rescue the remaining remnants of Bulkley's regiment. Let's take on the general. Well, it looks like we broke the last attack on their line. If we can get the general to crack, this battle is essentially over. Well, it kind of essentially is over now, but we got to get the computer to realize it's essentially over. Attack. Sometimes it's like they forget they're attacking and they just start following. You got to remind them periodically to attack. And did we get the general? Enemy general killed. That will seal the deal. It's all about experience now and running them down. Since they're going to be able to retreat from this battlefield, we want to wear them down as far as we can, so we don't have to face them again next time. We're going to silence the cannon at this point. As many units as we can wear down so they do not reappear on the battlefield. Is there anyone left active? They should have surrendered by now, right? I don't see any units still showing active. Oh, this one is up here. Look at that. We can get some artillery support here. Let's advance out and make this end. Oh, he's breaking now. He saw the move and said, uh-uh. So I'll end it here. I'm just going to do some more running down to try to minimize their numbers, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, we finished, and we got a decisive victory against the French army. Amazing first engagement against the French. All right, only 231 losses against 1,661. So even though they have a force remaining, it's not you know, I think it's less than 600 from what it looks like at a glance there. So, great job. And he is retreat. Yeah, retreat. So he has retreated to Strasbourg, and that is a fort. So I don't know that I'll be following up immediately. I don't know what the garrison's like. Maybe if I can get my rake over in that direction next turn, we can have a look-see. I don't think he can make it very far. Yeah, he's used most of his movement for this turn. One thing I will do, I will not spend on the school yet, knowing that he's wandering around. We got forces over here. Just be a waste of money at the moment. We will look at replenishing this army, though. Cost of 859. We have it to afford. Maybe what we can do. Oh, we don't even have any roads here yet. I'll tell you what. Since we're okay on public order, I'm not going to worry about building or upgrading the governor to a governor's residence yet. Because we may have some more battles where I need funds for healing. So let's wait till the battles are over before we look at upgrading. And let's see if I can't get over to the Americas and make this next... Well, we'll do this little old battle over here. How about that? We should be able to squeeze this one in easy peasy. Since I'm going to have a navy remaining, that one at least at the minimum, if I may be moving the rest out, to guard the port, we can afford to bring him over. So let's combine these armies. Marcheren. And we're going to take all of you, all of the above, and take back our logging camp. And we do have an advantage. We definitely have the advantage in numbers. I don't know that we have the advantage in number 4 is the morale, 6 is the morale there. So the only advantage is we're going to have to use our militia, it looks like, which has twice the numbers here. But look at that accuracy, 35 compared to 25. We're going to get killed in just head-on, bang it out kind of action. So we're going to have to try to use these guys as holding force while we send the mounted tribal auxiliary around to flank and wreak our damage that way. So hang on, we'll see you on the next side. Okay. This battlefield does not sport as many hills. The only hill they have is over here, and it's tree covered. So what we'll do, we'll just kind of come out in the open. They have the ability to hide anyway. Oof, little cliff here in the backside. We're just going to come over here. We have the ability to potentially, it looks like that house is something we could actually take, if it makes sense, to give us some extra defense. Depends on how aggressive and attacking they are going to be. So we'll send up our militia right here. We'll get our cavalry on the flank. And let's see where they are. Alright, looks like they have started under or behind a wall, and the other one is hidden. So let's start advancing. I won't make you watch every little bit of the advance. But once we get in place, we can obviously rejoin the battle. Let's make our first move here just to see if we're able to find them. We'll get our cavalry moving off in this direction to try and help us get around the flank, and also to kind of scout out and see if we can find that other unit. And this is our militia, kind of ragamuffin. We've been using a lot of line infantry so far. You can see the militia, they just don't hold their lines. They just aren't quite is organized as the mainline infantry. But hey, they're here. They're going to help us protect our province, our moneymaker. We don't want to lose our money-making province. Okay, they're getting close to taking up some flanking positions to outmaneuver them from the wall. And as soon as they get in position, we'll start advancing and get this battle moving forward. See how well our militia can do. Okay, he is on the move. We've convinced him to get away from the wall. Let's advance up in our hurry and see if we can't close in. And we'll bring our cavalry back here to close from a different angle. Run, militia, run. Get up there and start your fire. He's got the superior fire, so we got to get set and start shooting. We're both running, trying to take our positions, and he's going to get there first, is what it looks like. We need all the advantage we can get. Come on, get off first shot, militia. Let's go. Who's got the first shot? Looks like they're set. Ah, we took it. Let's get our cavalry active over here, taking some shots from the side, helping out the militia. Come on, you guys haven't even fired yet. There we go. There, the firing is going now. And we got the cavalry shooting off on the side. Getting their concern, 177, so they've lost 33. We haven't lost much there. That's where they're hitting us, is on this unit. And why are you not firing back? There we go. About time. The unorganized militia. In fact, let's move you guys up a little bit so we can start hitting them more forcefully. Still no sign of the other unit. Well, I didn't say enclose for attack. Jeez. And we got them to run. Now we are going to try and take them out. We're going to silence these guys so we don't get friendly fire. And there's the other unit coming down the hill. So let's advance up that way to try and handle him. While our cavalry is trying to finish off this unit to keep them from returning. And this is the way we're going to be able to handle these superior units, is one at a time. So we killed their general. Starting to enclose. Let's not fire, let's just slash him down. And unfortunately our cavalry is now being shot at, so we're taking losses that we don't need, but he's almost wiped out. Ideally, I want to wipe him out so he can't retreat to his own territory and leaves it open for us to potentially take. And good, we're getting out of range. But he's trying to follow and get them in his sights. Let's run. Let's take up the fence. Let's take up the fence, guys. Take your position and fire back. Militia on native auxiliary. I'm not liking those odds the way the first round of battle went. You guys take too long to shoot and reload. Come on, get behind that fence. Don't take forever now. Pretty sure he's taken care of. With two, I don't think we're going to have to worry about him reappearing again. Let's bring the cavalry back. Come on, you got nice defensive positions. You, unfortunately, are starting to take the losses now. Or is he not in range? What's going on here? You're in range? Let's fire. Who's your commanding officer? Fire. There we go. got them. Got them surrounded nicely. There's only 2 left up there. We won't be seeing any more of those irregular native troops. You're hanging in there. Heavy losses, especially compared to his. Oh, no, yeah, he's only lost. Oh man, he hardly lost any. Oh, now we got him going. Now we got him going. You haven't fired in a while. What's going on? Fire. Let's go. He's about ready to break. We need to get him to break. Well, since he's about to break, plans have changed. Let's close in. Charge. And he is breaking. Let's hold fire, guys. And we're going to continue to wear him down just so we don't have to worry about meeting up with them again. I said hold fire, guys. I'll tell you what, I know how to keep you from shooting. We'll make you move. We'll make you march. All right, we'll end the battle here. We'll meet it when it ends. I'm just going to chase them down. Okay, we have a close victory on this one, but that makes sense because we took a lot more casualties with our militia than we're used to with the line infantry. And there we go. Well, it wasn't numbers-wise as much, but it was a lot closer between the two sides, having the amount of casualties that we took. And his force ceases to exist, and it means that his capital of French Guiana is wide open. I think it's only, whoops, meant to zoom in, not zoom out. It looks like I think his garrison is only 2 units. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend the money to heal here. Although we're going to still move forward, I think, next turn. We can't make it very far right now anyway. We'll move forward next turn, and I think in the meantime, while we're getting ready to do that, we'll see if we can't get another mounted tribal unit to bolster us, to help against his capital here. Yeah, you like these big 40-unit battles we're having early on? We'll get to it. Don't worry. We will get those massive battles. Just remember, it's early game yet. But we're going to see if we can't take it over with just our minor little force. He may be trying to recruit this turn for all I know, and there may end up being more forces there. We'll have to examine that when the time comes. But that's coming up. I think I'm going to call the episode here, and next time we're going to find out if I'm able to gain access and enough movement with my force here to take it down to protect Trinidad and Tobago. One way or the other, either if we can't do it, we're going to lose it, and then we'll just have to take it back. If we can do it, we're going to have a fun little land battle to open next episode. At the very least, we'll have some naval battles ahead of us with only 1 5th rate there, and us having some newly repaired 5th rates. We should hold up well there, and with a single 5th rate, very tempting to go against this one if we have enough ships able to reach after. I think the French Navy is my priority now, just because they have so much of a better Navy than us overall. It'd be nice to take out some of their ships while we can. So anyway, this is ZigZagZog signing off from southwestern Pennsylvania. I hope you enjoyed the episode for a couple fun little battles. Hit that like button or dislike. I don't care. I just like the activity on the channel. It helps me get noticed. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And y'all have a great one. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We'll see y'all next time.